that has just like come together?
We're a group of creatives, and we make music and videos and other things together.
The easiest way to kind of get your head around it is like everything that's involved in the creative process of creating music, but instead of it being one artist telling everyone else what they want, it's everyone being involved at all steps of the process. So it's this big collaborative thing.
I mean, FREAKCLUB has always started as like just, I don't know, just like a random idea. It was like something to kind of just put there for like people to kind of gravitate towards. I think like something bigger than just someone's music. People could really like attach themselves and like be a part of this.
The kind of mindset behind it is to just be an individual, but be respected and understood as an individual in a collective space. I like to think that making FREAKCLUB and starting a journey, if you will, it's sort of a way to connect people.
If people kind of connect to what we're doing and the message that we're putting out there, it's very easy for other people to kind of put themselves into similar situations to what we've done. You know, you can find friends that you like making things with and make things with them, and it doesn't necessarily have to mean anything to anyone else, but if it means something to you, then like that's a good position to be in.
The idea of FREAKCLUB is sort of anybody, like no matter like who you are, you can just be somebody and do what you want to do and be who you are and like live your truth. I think it's like a space for people to be their authentic selves. Maybe inspire people to dream big.
FREAKCLUB is kind of like, it's the space that I never really had growing up that I guess I wanted. I want to see people have like the opportunities, the spaces and the friendships that I never really had, and I want to help people find a connection. And I feel like that's kind of what so many of the songs are about and so many of the things. It's just like about being yourself and about accepting who you are. Yeah, and belonging, having somewhere that you can feel safe and accepted, and we made pretty good music enough too.
You fuck with it, Rock?
Yeah, I fuck with it.
We've not only got this band and this collective that makes cool stuff, but it's just like a nice group of people that I enjoy spending time with. And I think that part of the community aspect of it is my favorite, you know. Yeah, I'd like to see it just inspire other people to kind of like make better friends and enjoy their lives in a similar way to how we're doing ours.
I prefer like V. I feel like V tastes like nicer. Red Bull.
Red Bull's fine, V's fine, but like, I just relate the most to Rockstar.
In what way? Oh, really? Oh, yeah.
I feel like you find people who are like kind of on the same like wavelength as you.
Chronological order, the first person I met was Cody, because we're brothers. I met him a very long time ago. And then I met Zachariah at a concert.
We pretty much hit it off straight away, mostly because we have the same name. So, and I still make the joke, I don't think our friendship would have gone as far as it has if we didn't have the same name.
Next, technically speaking, I met Charles at a Post Malone concert. Brianna was there as well, but I met Charles because I was there by myself and I was waiting in line, and we struck up a conversation, and then we added to each other on socials and became friends.
I found Zach on the internet. We were just like a fan of like the same music, and like we just wanted to kind of, I don't know, do more than just what was like around us. Kind of whatever seemed like achievable to like do in Australia. We, you know, had like goals and like aspirations of like surpassing that, and really, yeah, like being able to like think like, no, like we could like actually do this.
And somewhere in there I moved to Melbourne, and then after I moved to Melbourne I told Zach Rock to move to Melbourne, so he did. Then we lived together with my girlfriend Jodie, and then Cody moved in with us, moved down from Sydney.
I remember one day he was telling me about Lucky, and I'd heard about Lucky because they were sort of internet friends, and they met up in person a few times and mentioned this idea that they had called FREAKCLUB, where it was going to be kind of collaborative projects, and that sounded interesting. I don't really come from a hip-hop background. Like, I was still relatively new to it and the sounds. So I said, yeah, it sounds like a good idea. A few months later, Lucky moved down.
And Zach was working with Zachariah. They were making music together. He also made his own music. And they were living in like a 2-bedroom apartment. Cody was living there as well. Wait, yeah, so Zach, Zachariah, Cody, Zach's girlfriend were all living in the same apartment. I moved down there as well. Initially, like, the idea was we were gonna just move in together and start making music and like make something. We didn't know what it was gonna be.
We just made it work. We started working on music relatively quickly to moving in, so it was like we were becoming friends with each other and finding things out about each other at the same time that we were working on music together.
The smallest apartment, 2 bedrooms. It was just like an upstairs bit, kind of. We didn't have a working TV, just shit everywhere. The studio was really small. It was in Zach's room. His room was tiny. I was living under a staircase, just on like a blow-up mattress. But you kind of just don't care when you're like that focused on something. There wasn't many times that I would just like think, oh, this fucking sucks, because I was just having the time of my life, creating cool shit with my friends.
Yo, MTV, come on in.
I'd say it's just like a big old like mixing pot of just like different genres, different ideas, tastes, experiences, just all like in the one big thing. Just a big cake full of many of different ingredients. And it tastes weird, but good.
We just wanted to make something that we hadn't really heard before, especially something that was just like a bit more unique to Australia, in the sense of like, it's not what everyone's doing. And so we just thought it would be fun and different, and yeah, it was just like reflective of what we were listening to at the time.
One of the big ones to me was I'm a big fan of Phil Spector and Brian Wilson and the whole thing of the wall of sound. I was thinking no one's really done that in hip hop yet. No one's really done that. Like, a lot of hip hop, at least that I hear, is very minimalistic or it's very polished sounding. I hadn't heard like a real like just. That's kind of the best way I could put it, and I really wanted to try that. So a lot of these songs is just like there's so much going on, but it hits you all at once. It's not like no specific element stands out. It just creates this atmosphere.
Alright, so yeah, this is the studio. Got my little keyboard here set up, microphone and stuff, and I'll show you a few of my instruments. This first.
You're like really restrained for it.
No, I just pause it to me like that, so it looks like I'm.
I could identify with like just a lot of like feelings of like being an outcast, or like feeling like you didn't belong to like a certain group of people, feeling the unknown, man. Representing the unknown like came about. I feel like there's so many people out there who are like do shit, like whether it be like photography, videos, drawing, like art, music, just beats, like anything. Like people are like out there like doing their shit, but nobody knows them. I think representing the unknown is like really cool because there's so many people out there who just like for the rest of their lives would just be like unknown. So I'd like to think that I'm representing that group of people. Because there's been many a times when I thought that I would just be unknown.
It's actually pretty comfortable. Like, it's not ideal, but it's kind of like is what it is sort of thing. I got like an actual mattress. When I was first year, I was just like on a blow up mattress, and shit would pop like every week. So I think I went through like 10 blow up mattresses before I was like, okay, I'm gonna go with the real mattress, the real thing. So it's a bit of a squeeze, but I make do.
I feel like it's so easy to like just be like comfortable just never trying. I feel like a lot of people don't really like try, you know, like they might try and then somebody says like, oh, this is whack, and that might just like deter them, or personally they just think they're like not cut out for it, or like I could never do this. But I don't know, I feel like you can do anything if you really like want to. Like if you really want to, you can do it.